Yeah, the time is up. Please select the answers that you have got. Around 14% have got A, 72% have got B, 14% have got C, and nobody has got D. Please select the options that you have got in the channel. So we'll see how to solve what they're asking and how to go about this question. So they're saying a man takes half time in rowing a certain distance downstream than upstream. What is the ratio of the speed in still water to the speed of the current? So what they're saying is a man is rowing in a stream. So this is the water stream, and this is the boat, and he's rowing here, and the time taken to go downstream is a direction where in the direction of the stream. This is the stream direction, and if he's rowing in the direction that is downstream, so what they're saying is he is taking half the time that he's taking for upstream rowing. So if this is T, and for downstream if he's taking T time, then for upstream he's taking 2T time. That's what they're saying. A man takes half the time in rowing a certain distance downstream than upstream. What is the ratio of the speed in still water to the speed of current? The speed of the current. So let's say x is his speed of rowing. Let x be the speed of rowing in still water. This has to be very clear. X is the speed of the rowing of that person in still water, and y is the speed of the stream. Speed of the stream. Now we'll set up the chart. We have speed, we have time, and we have distance. So when he is going downstream, the speed becomes x plus y. The speed of his rowing plus the speed of the stream, and he is taking T time, that can be any unit, and the distance, let that distance be D. And what they're saying is he's covering the same distance while he is rowing upstream also. When he is rowing upstream, the effective speed becomes x minus y, and the time taken is 2t, and the distance is d. So 2t is because they have given, this is the fact that they have given in the question, that a man takes half the time in rowing a certain distance downstream. So when he is going downstream, he takes t, and the upstream he is taking 2t. So you have to equate this. We know that speed into time is equal to distance. And in both these equations, x plus y into t is equal to d. And that is also equal to x minus y into 2t. And what we need to find out is x by y. We need to find out this. So we have x plus y into t is equal to x minus y into 2t. We get tt can cancel tt here, t, and then we have x plus y is equal to 2x minus 2y. Now if x goes this side, it becomes 2x minus x is equal to 2y plus y. This is x, this is 3y, and if we bring this, this implies x by y is equal to 3 by 1. This is the answer, and the correct option is D. I hope you have got the answer. If you still have any doubts, sadly nobody has got option D. I think many would have doubts. If you still have doubt, please raise your hand and ask a question. I hope this is clear. But if you still have not understood or there is still some doubt, you can ask your question.
Sir, in chart,
Huh.
how it's come T
See, what they're saying is a man takes half the time in rowing a certain distance downstream than upstream. So whatever he's taking upstream, that half, for example, if he's taking upstream 2 hours to go, so it will be 1 hour for downstream. So, for example, here, just a minute, I'll just show a different color. So what they're saying is a man takes half the time in rowing a certain distance downstream than upstream. So for example, if he's taking 2t time for upstream, so he'll be taking t time for downstream. So logically, even if we see that, if he is going with the flow of the water, the time taken would be less. The time would be less. If it is with the flow of the water. If he is going against the flow, the time would be more. The time would be more. So that's what they're saying. They have given this data here. So against the flow, we have taken this 2t, and this becomes t according to the statement here. So a man takes half the time it takes for him to row upstream. So this is upstream, he's taking 2t. Half of 2t is t. I hope this is clear. If you still have any doubt, please do ask. If there is no more doubt, we'll go to the next question. So please take 3 minutes to solve this question. The time is up. If you still want some time, you can take. I'll give you another 30 seconds. And please select the options that you have got in the channel. So there are only 3 votes. Please select the options that you have got. I hope you have solved this, or we'll see how to solve this. So there is 29% for A, nobody has got B, 57% have got C, and 14% have got D. Let's see how to solve this question. So what they're saying is a person X from a place A and another person Y from a place B set out at the same time to walk towards each other. The places are separated by a distance of 15 kilometers. X walks with a uniform speed of 1.5 km per hour and Y walks with a uniform speed of 1 km per hour in the first hour, with a uniform speed of 1.25 km per hour in the second hour, and with a uniform speed of 1.5 km per hour in the third hour, and so on. And then they're saying that which of the following is or are correct. They take 5 hours to meet. They meet midway between A and B. So let's draw the diagram here. A person X from a place A and another person Y from a place B. Let this be A and this be the place B. X is here, Y is here, X is moving this side, Y is also moving in the, they both are approaching, and this distance is 15 kilometers. And what they're saying is X walks with a uniform speed of 1.5 kilometers per hour. This is 1.5 kilometer per hour. And Y is moving at 1 kilometer per hour. And then what they're saying is after first hour, his speed increases. So it becomes 1.25, and after the second hour, the third hour is 1.5. So according to the relative concept, see if, for example, let's stop this x. If we want to stop this x, we have to, x is moving in this side. To stop the x, we have to add it in the opposite direction. So x will be stagnant. So if this is 1.5, and this side also we have to add 1.5. So y speed will also be, we'll add that same speed for y also. So for the first hour, the distance, the speed with which the distance or will be getting narrower would be 1 plus 1.5, that is 2.5. This is how it is. This is 1 hour, 1.5 hour of x plus 1 hour of y. This is x and this is y. This is the first hour speed. So first hour, the distance would be it would be decreased by 2.5 kilometers. Now the second hour, what happens is second hour, x speed is same. Y speed, they are saying that it becomes 1.25. So x is 1 here and 1.5. Sorry. X speed is x speed is 1.5. So x speed is 1.5 and y speed is 1.25. This is x and this is y. The total is 2.75. This is the second hour. The speed will be in second hour, that will be 2.75. On the third hour, x would be same 1.5. X is not changing. Plus y speed will be 1.5. So we add this, then this becomes 3. And the fourth hour, x is 1.5 again, x is not changing, and y becomes 1.75, and the combined speed is 3.25. And the fifth hour, x is again 1.5, but y speed has been increased to 2, x and y. So this is 3.5. So I am getting this idea of taking this separately 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because in the answer choice they are saying that they are going to meet in 5 hours. So let's see whether they can meet in 5 hours. So the first hour they are covering 2.5 kilometers, second is 2.5, third is 3, fourth is 3.25, and fifth is 3.5. So we have to add these kilometers, the distance that is traveled in each hour. The first hour is 2.5, second hour is 2.75, third hour is 3, fourth hour is 3.25, fifth hour is 3.5. 5 plus 5, 10, 7, 5 plus 5, 10, 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 20, 2 carries. This is 2, 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12 plus 3, 15. So in exactly 5 hours, they will be covering 15 kilometers. So this answer is correct. And then we have to find out where they meet in this distance. So the answer choice, they are saying that they're asking whether this is correct or not. They are meeting midway. So the effective speed is 2.5, 3.2.75. So what they're saying is in 5 hours, they are going to meet. So, and where are they going to meet? So we have to find out the distance in 5 hours. What is their speed, or where do they meet? So the distance covered by these people. So what we can do is we can see we can't take x because x's speed is increasing. X speed is increasing here, here, here. But y speed is increasing, but x speed is constant. So what we can do is we can calculate what X is covering in 5 hours. So in 5 hours per hour, X is traveling 1.5 kilometers. And then this is 7.5 kilometers. So in 5 hours, X would be covering 7.5, and in the exactly at middle, that is 7.5 is exactly at the middle. 7.5 is exactly at middle, and this is where they'll meet X and Y. So we are taking X here only because X speed is constant and Y speed is increasing after every 1 hour. So you can calculate from this also, but this will be like you have to calculate the distance covered by the Y for each hour. But here we can calculate here exactly how many kilometers that X has traveled. I hope you have understood this. This is a bit complex, but if you clearly understand, I think this can be solved. If you still have any questions, I hope you have understood. I have made the question clear, but if you still have any doubts, you can still ask. And please don't hesitate to ask questions here. This platform is actually made for people to ask your doubts. I hope you will make best use of this platform. So if you have any doubts in this, please ask. Yeah, Shankar, please ask. Shankar, you wanted to ask, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
ಇದು ಮೊದಲು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಆ ತರ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ವಾ?
ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ನೀವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಅದೇ ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇದು, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಚ್ ಆರ್ ನಾನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ 1 ಅವರ್ಗೆ 2 ಅವರ್ಗೆ 3 ಅವರ್ಗೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಮೊದ್ಲು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ ಟಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿ, ಆ ತರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ.
ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋದು. In this case, speed is changing. Y speed is changing. Every hour, Y speed is changing. That's why till now we are taking it separately. So we are going one hour by 1 hour. If the speed is constant, normally in other questions what they say is they give average speed. For the whole duration, they give the average speed and they say calculate the distance or time. In this case, they are not giving that average speed. They are giving that for each hour exact speed. So we have to take separately.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Vijay, you can unmute yourself and ask the doubt.
ಹಲೋ, ಅದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಫೈನಲ್ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಇದು 5 into 1.5 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ 7.5.
ಓಕೆ, ಇದು 15 ಇದು ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ 5
ಫೈನಲ್ ಅದು ಮಿಡ್ ಅಂತಿತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಮಿಡ್ ವೇ.
ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 hours ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ಇನ್ 5 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಕವರ್ಸ್ 15 kilometers. ಅಂಡ್ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆಟ್, ಎಲ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ 5 hours ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎ ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವೇರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮೀಟ್. We cannot use B because B speed is X speed is increasing every hour. 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, 2. So adike ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, to simplify this, we are taking this the speed of A. A is actually traveling at 1.5 kilometers per hour, and this speed is not changing. This is always same. And they are saying they are going to meet in 5 hours. So in 5 hours, A would have traveled around 1.5 into 5 kilometers. That is 7.5 kilometers. So from the starting point, A would have traveled from here, A would have traveled 7.5 kilometers, and then he would have met B. So that 7.5 kilometers is exactly between the distance between A and B. I hope you have cleared the doubt.
ಸೇಮ್ ವೈನು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸಿ ಅಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅದಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಹೌದು, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಥ್ರೂ ಔಟ್ ದ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜರ್ನಿ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ 1.5.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಓಕೆ, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.
ಹಲೋ ಸರ್, ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ವೈನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ನ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಬ್ರು ಒಂದ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಯು ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ವಿ ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಈ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಬ್ರನ್ನ ನೀವು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದನ್ನ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈ ಯು ನ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಯು ನ ಈ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಸ್ಟೇಷನರಿ. But we have to remember that exact speed has to be added to V also. If for example 10 kilometers gap idre, ಇವರು 100 kilometers gap ಇದ್ರೆ ಇವರು 5 kilometers ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದು ಇವರು 3 kilometers ಇಂದ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, every hour per hour, this is per hour, every hour this distance will be decreasing by 8 kilometers per hour. ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾ ಸರ್? ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಆ ತರ ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾರನ್ನಾರು ಎನಿ ಒನ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್. ಏನಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಬಿನಾರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಸೇರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 8 kilometers ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎರಡನ್ನೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
ಅಂಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ 1.5 kilometers per hour and y speed is actually increasing every hour.
Yes sir. Okay sir, thank you. Got it.
Okay. Yeah, Rakesh, please ask. Yeah, ಕೇಳಿ ರಾಕೇಶ್. ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಿ. We have allowed you to speak. ರಾಕೇಶ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಿ.
ಇನ್ನು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಸರ್?
ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಬಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ನಾನು ಈ ತರದ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಷ್ಟೇ.
ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರ್ ಈಗ 5 hours ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಸರ್. 1.5 into 5 hours is 7.5 kilometers taken by 7 sir. This A.
X.
Okay, sorry, X. Then Y sir, they have given the speed of the Y. Then we will add the speed of the Y sir. 1 kilometer 1.25, and we will add till 5 hours. It will become 7.5. So means they are meeting at midpoint. So we can solve without this one.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕಂಡಿಡಿಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ 1.5 into 5 ಅಂತಾನೆ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. 7.5 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸಾಕು. ವೈ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇನು ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ.
ಹಾ ಸರ್, ಅಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಈಗ ವೈದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅವರು, ಫಸ್ಟ್ 1 kilometer, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1.25, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 1.5.
ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ವೈ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋದು
ಸಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ 7.5 ಸರ್.
ಹೌದು, ಅದು ನಿಜಾನೇ.
ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಮಿಡ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ನಿಜಾನೇ. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1.25 ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದು ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ 5 hours ಅಲ್ಲಿ 15 kilometers ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವ ಅಂತ. ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನ ಯಾರಿಗಾರು ಏನೋ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಟು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. Okay, we'll move to the next question here. Please take 3 minutes to solve. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. So we have 83% have selected option B, 17% have selected option C, and nobody has selected option A. I hope you have tried to solve this. So we'll see what they have asked. A man started from home at 14:30 hours and drove to a village. Arriving there when the village clock indicated 15:15 hours. After staying there for 25 minutes, he drove back by a different route of length 1.25 times the first route, at a rate twice as fast, reaching home at 1600 hours. As compared to the clock at home, the village clock is. See, normally what people do is they try to solve using the formulas, the standard formulas that they have, the shortcut formulas. Normally, people solve using the average formula is S1 into S2 divided by S1 plus S2, where they say that S1 is a speed in one direction, S2 is another speed, the other direction, and the average speed would be A. But in these kind of shortcut formulas, we are assuming that the distance traveled in like from A to B and B to A is same, D. But in this case, they have changed the distance. They've said that this distance is 1.2 times the first route. So UPSC knows that people are sticking to the standard formulas, that is standard shortcut formulas, and they are becoming very clever. So UPSC is not just clever, it is very cunning also. So that is why aspirants, the student community comes up with a shortcut or elimination techniques, and they come up with a new type of options, saying one only, two only, and three only, and four only types questions. So, excuse me. So even in CSAT also, they are becoming very cunning, and they are changing the assumptions that normally people use for the shortcut formulas. So in this case, what they're saying is a man started from home. This is home. And in a home clock, let's say we have this clock. It says 14:30, that is 2:30. And he's leaving home. And then he reaches a village. And when he reaches the village clock shows 15:15. That is 3:15 p.m. There he stays for 25 minutes. And he drives back again by a different route. So this is one route that he has come, but this time he takes another route to reach home. So if this is D, then they are saying that different route is 1.25 times the first route. So let the distance of the length of the first route is D, and then the new distance would be 1.25D. This is 1.2 times the first route, and he's taking and is coming at twice the speed which he has gone. Let's say the speed is S here, and here it is 2S. So let's set up the chart here. Speed, time, and distance. So in the first, from home to village, he's taking speed S, and time we don't know correctly, but the distance is D. Let this be T1. And while coming back, his speed is 2S, and the time taken, let it be T2, and the distance covered is 1.25D. And we are asked that what is the difference between the clock time at home and the time that is shown at the village clock. So let's calculate. So for example, we know that once he reaches his home, the time shown at the home is 4 o'clock, that is 1600 hours. So from 14:30 to 1600 hours, the total time he is traveling. So for example, he in this time, let's say, he has taken what, from 14:30 to 1600 hours. So this is 1.5 hours, 1.5 hours. So he's taking 1.5 hours to go from home and come when he reaches home. But one catch is he had stayed in the village for 25 minutes. So if we have to subtract the total time, it will become 1 hour 25. This is 1 hour. Let's take this as 1 hour 30 minutes. So he has taken totally 1 hour 30 minutes. That's the time that is total spent. But in driving, he has spent 1 hour, and then this is in 30 minutes. You have to subtract the 25 minutes. So 1 hour 5 minutes. So let's calculate the average speed. So the average speed is, so let's take, for example, we'll calculate T1 and T2 here. We have first average speed is total distance upon total time taken. So total distance here is d plus 1.5 d. D plus 1.25 d, sorry, 25 d, and the total time taken is T1 plus T2. But here, so 1 hour, this is 65 minutes. 1 hour and 5 minutes is 65 minutes. This is 65 minutes. And the average that he has traveled is, this is 2.25 d divided by 65. I hope it is clear till now. If you have any doubt, please ask. And the thing is, we need to calculate the exact time that he has taken from this T1. We need to calculate this T1. And once we calculate this T1, we can find out the total, the difference between this clock and that clock. I hope.
Hello.
If you still have any doubts, please ask. Now, till now,
Sorry,
whatever has.
in last step, we should take 2.25d. Why you?
Yeah.
Here, sir. Last step. We add here d plus 1.25d. That's why it's came 2.25d.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Sir.
d and then 1.25d.
Okay,
So we need to find out what is T1.
Okay.
So if we find out what is T1, we can find out the real distance, real time that he has taken. So the total time that he has traveled is from this thing. Just a minute, so T1 plus T2 is 65. I hope you understand this, because the total traveling time was 1 hour 5 minutes. 1 hour 5 minutes is 65 minutes. And so this T1 this T1 is, we know that S into T1 is equal to D, and T1 is D by S. So we can substitute T1 and T2 here. T1 is D by S plus this is T2 is distance is 1.25 D upon S. I hope till this you have understood why T1 plus T2 is hello. Have you understood why T1 plus T2 is 65? I hope you have understood this. So what we need to find out is, we'll calculate the time taken. So T1 is nothing but D by S. So if we calculate this T1, we'll find out how much time he has traveled in the first distance, like to travel from home to village. So in this formula, in this equation that we have calculated, if you remove, if you separate D by S, this is 1 plus 1.25.
So ಅದು 1.25 D by 2S.
2.25. Sorry, 1.25 itself.
By 2S.
It is 1.25. Yeah, that is true. Sorry. Thank you. So T1, while he is coming back, when he's coming back, he's traveling at 2s speed and the distance is 1.25 d. So here this is 1.25 divided by 2, it is equal to 65, and d by s is equal into, this is 2 plus 1.25 divided by 2 is equal to 65, and d by s is equal to 3.25 by 2 is equal to 65, and d by s is equal to 65 into 2 divided by 3.25. So this is 40. Because this is, let's take this as, this is 3.25 into 2 is 6.5, into 10 is 65, 20 into 2 is 40. So this person, to travel from home to village, actually had taken 40 minutes. So if he is carrying his home clock, so that home clock, when he had reached the village, would have showed this is 2:30 and 40 minutes is would have shown this is 15:10. So in his home clock, he had taken 40 minutes. So from 14:30, he had traveled for 40 minutes to reach village. So the home clock would have shown 15:10, but in the village it was showing 15:15. It is 3:15 instead of 3:10. So the village clock is 5 minutes faster than the home clock. I hope you have cleared this. I think this average was not necessary. Let's remove this part. Yeah. So we have taken this T1 and T2, we have added this, and we have equated it to 65 because the total distance that he had traveled was 65 minutes. So he left at 2:30 and he was back at home at 4 o'clock. So totally he has traveled for 1 hour 30 minutes, the total journey. But in that total 1 hour 30 minutes, 25 minutes he was staying there in village. He was not riding his bike. So we have removing 25 minutes from this 1 hour 30 minutes. So the total driving time, was 1 hour 5 minutes. So that 1 hour 5 minutes is the total time that was taken. T1 and T2. T1 is the time taken for the person to go from home to village, and T2 is the time taken for him to take another route from village to home. So this is T1 time taken, this is T2, and when we add these T1, T2, it gives this 65 minutes. And that's what we have done here. T1 plus T2 is 65, and T1 is the distance between the home and the village, and the speed that he's taken. So d by s. And while he is coming back, the distance they are saying is he takes a different route. That route is 1.25 times the length of the first distance. It is 1.525 d, and the speed is twice the earlier speed, that is 2s. So the time is 1.25 divided by 2s, and we have taken d by s common. Then 1 plus 1.25 divided by 2. Then we have taken LCM as 2. Then this becomes 2 plus 1.25. Then that is 3.25 divided by 2 is equal to 65. D by S is 40 minutes. So the time taken, the T1 is actually 40 minutes. The true time that he has taken is 40 minutes. So in his clock, it should have shown from 14:30. If we add 40 minutes, it becomes 15:10. The home clock would have shown 15:10. But when he reached the village clock was actually showing 15:15. So the village clock is 5 minutes faster than the home clock or the clock at home. I hope you have understood this. If you still have any doubts, please ask.
Hello. ಸರ್ ಅದು LCM ತಗೊಂತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡಿ ಸರ್. ಇಯರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ವಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲೆ
1 plus 1.25 divided by 2. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ LCM 1 and 2 LCM 2 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So this then we have to multiply this term numerator into 2. 1 into 1 by 1 into 2 ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Plus then we have to take 1.25 divided by 2 into 2. 2 to cancel. This is 1.25. And then total is 3.25 by 2. Fractions. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ?
ಸರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು.
ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗಾರ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಡೌಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕೇಳಿ. So this is the question they are asking: what's the difference between the home clock and the village clock? If there is no doubt, there is no more doubt, we'll go to the next question. Okay, we'll move to the next question. Please take 3 minutes to solve this. Yeah, the time is up. Please select the options that you have got. I hope you have around 50% have got option B, A have got 8%, C 25% have got C, and D have got 17%. So let's see what they're saying. So X, Y, and Z are 3 contestants in a race. So X, Y, and Z are 3 contestants in a race of 1000 meters. Assume that all run with a different uniform speeds. X gives Y a start of 40 meters and X gives Z a start of 64 meters. If Y and Z were to compete in a race of 1000 meters, how many meters start will Y give to Z? So first, the difficulty is to understand what is the start of 40 meters. They are saying that there is this 1000 meters race. The distance between these 2 points is 1000 meters. And they are saying that assume that all run with different uniform speeds. So they have different speeds that are uniform, and X gives Y a start of 40 meters. So what they are saying is, if someone has to give a start of 40 meters, so for example, if he is giving a start, X would be here, and X is saying that Y, you can start the race 40 meters away. So this is total is 1000 meters. And so what they're saying is, X is giving a start of 40 meters, means X is standing here. When he's starting the race, X is at the starting point, but Y is standing 40 meters ahead of X. So Y has to travel only 960 meters. And X has to travel 1000 meters. So this is what is by the statement, X gives a start of 40 meters. And then they are saying X gives a start of 64 meters to Z. 64. And this is total is 1000. So in 1000 meters, you have to remove the 64. So that is 936 meters. So Z has to travel 936 meters to complete the race. And what they are saying is, if X is giving the start, that means X will cover the they cover the 1000 meters, and they both reach this place together. So even if he gives 40 meters, the head start, he'll reach the final point at the same time. So, and what they're asking is, if Y and Z are to compete in a race of 1000 meters, how many meters start will Y give to Z? Now how many meters start will Y give to Z? So if Y starts here, so we have to calculate this point. Let this be D, and then this be 1000 minus D. We need to calculate how much what is D. We have to calculate this D. So I hope this you have understood. These are long questions. If you don't understand, please ask right now, so that I can clear your doubt and move to the next part. So I hope you have understood what is the giving start means. So when X is starting the race, X is telling you better go and start and stand 40 meters ahead, and you cover only 960 meters. I'll cover the 1000 meters, and still I can reach the end point together, like at the same time. I hope you have understood this. So we'll just form equations here. The chart system. So the standard chart is speed, time, distance. So the first thing they're saying is everybody's speed is different. So let's take X speed as X, and the time taken for this thing is, so X is let the time be same. For the example, in this case, so we are writing the chart for this case 1. So X, the time is same. The distance X is covering is 1000 meters, and let the speed of Y be Y. The time taken is the same, and the distance that he is covering is 960. So if we equate this, so X into T is equal to 1000, and Y into T is equal to 960. And then if we divide this, X by Y is equal to 1000 by 960. And then using the same, this second part, the second sentence that they have given, again when we form this equation, same way we'll form the same in this same manner. Again we have speed and time and distance, and then here let that speed of X be X and time be T, and distance X this time is traveling 1000, and then Z, and they are saying X is giving us a head start of 64 meters, so Z has to travel in the same time, Z has to travel 936 meters. So again, let's take this equation here. So we have X into T is equal to 1000, and Z into T is equal to 936, and we have X upon Z is equal to 1000 by 936. Now what they're saying is, how many meters this has to, Y has to give Z to cover the same distance. So we'll bring, where is this? So we have X by Y and X by Z. So we calculate the speed of the Y in terms of the speed of X. So here, this implies we move this Y this side. So Y is equal to 960 X divided by 1000. And here, from this equation, we have Z is equal to 936 X divided by 1000. So I hope you have understood this. I have tried to calculate this uniform speed of Z in terms of X and uniform speed of Y in terms of X here. So we know Y and Z. We know Y and Z. This is one part and this is the second part. And now what we have to find out is what distance y, if y and z were to compete in a race of 1000 meters, how many meters start will y give to z? So we have taken that as d. So in this case, again, if we set up the chart, like speed, time and distance. So the speed is, we have x and y, x and z here, y and z, sorry, y and z. Y speed we have calculated as 960 x by 1000. T would be the same. Distance here, y would travel the total 1000 meters because he's starting from the starting point. This is 1000 meters. So this is 1000. And z is, we have z 936 x divided by 1000 into t. This is 1000 minus d. I hope this is clear. If you have doubt in this, please ask.
Sir, why should taken 1000 minus d in last point? Yeah.
1000 minus d.
Yeah.
Because if y and z are going to start here, if y is giving d a head start, like y is saying go d meters ahead and start the race. So z has to travel only 1000 minus d meters to complete the race. For example, let's say y has given 50 meters of head start to z. So z is standing here 50 meters from y. So z has to travel only 950 meters to complete the race, whereas y has to travel 1000 meters to complete the race. I hope this is clear. I've run out of the sheets. If you have understood this part, I can remove this. I'll just remove this so that I can calculate. So we have got this from here. Here we know that speed into time is equal to distance. So we have this 960 x by 1000 into t is equal to 1000. And then 936 x by 1000 into t is equal to 1000 minus d. So what we'll be doing is we'll be dividing the whole these two equations. So when we divide this, we can cancel this x 1000 t 1000 t. So we would get 960 divided by 936 is equal to 1000 by 1000 minus d. I hope you have understood till here. And then we have, we can simplify this. This is 3 3s are 3 2s are 0. 3 3s are 1s are 3 2s are 320 divided by 312. Give me for 2 minutes. I'll add one more sheet. And I have been running out of sheets here. Just a minute. I'll just stop sharing the screen. I'll add one more screen here, blank sheet. Just give me 2 minutes. So from here, we have got this thing, 320 divided by 312. So you need to simplify this. Here, this is 3104. I think this is not divided by 3. Divided by 312. Confirm this. So here this is we'll divide it by 2 here. 2 1s are 5s are 6 are 1s are 2 6 are 160 by 156. And again this is 2 8s are 2 7s are 2 8s are. This is 80 by 78 and 240, and this is 39. 40 by 39 is equal to 1000 by 1000 minus d. We have 40 into 1000 minus d is equal to 39 into 1000. Cancel it here. This is 4000 minus 4d, and this is 3900. And if you move it here, this is 4000 minus 3900 is equal to 4d, and this is 100. 4d. This is d is equal to 100 by 4, which is 25. The answer is B. I'm sorry, this is a bit lengthy question. I hope you've understood this. See, normally when you're doing questions in CSAT, please take easy questions and then solve. After you have exhausted all the easy questions in quant and verbal, then come back to such questions. If you still have any doubt in any step, please ask. I'll be very happy to clear your doubts. This is a bit complex, and I would suggest you to skip these type of questions in the exam and select only the ones that are very easy. Yeah, Basiraj, please ask. Minus 4d, if it goes to that side, it becomes plus 4d. And 4000 minus 3900 is 100 is equal to 4d. D is equal to 100 by 4, that is 25. I hope you have understood this. If you still have any doubt, you can ask. I think I've tried my best to clear your doubts. Let's meet tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We'll be starting a new topic, that is time and work. So please go through the basic concept. I'll cover the basic concept again tomorrow. So we'll solve we'll follow the same pattern. That is, we'll solve few questions of time and work, and then start solving the UPSC previous year's questions. If you still have any doubts, you can ask, or else we'll end the session today, and tomorrow we'll meet at 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you for coming today. We'll start tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Good night. Thank you.